First up, we have public input. Margaret Fonseca. Second.
My name is Margaret Fonseca, and I live at 16 Road. I am standing before you all to plead for your help in taking care of the zoning situation going on with the Northern Tree Service and the property owner of 12 Lindbergh Road, Donovan Pezzamente. My husband and I came before you back on March 11th to bring this to your attention and to beg for your help. All of you received packages with a glimpse of what we are actually dealing with by living next door to the tree business. Since then, things have gotten worse. The zoning issues started in August 2013 when the town was notified that Northern Tree has expanded and was operating a full-blown business in the residential area that we live in. This was also addressed about 10 years ago in the Supreme Court, at which time the Pezzamentes said that they were selling the property and the vehicles would be gone then. Needless to say, he never sold the home. I don't know why this was not taken care of back then, and right now I don't care who dropped the ball, but now this is of the utmost importance to my family. This situation has escalated to the point where I do not feel safe or comfortable in the home I worked so hard for. I suddenly hate where I live. I am not able to sell my home because of the tree business that is now next door to me. I'm stuck in this horrible situation, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Back in June 2014, the county court found Mr. Pezzamente guilty of allowing Northern Tree to conduct business in a residential area, and was given a generous 6 months to relocate his operations. He was supposed to be gone last Monday, November 3rd, but he did not leave. Instead, he came in front of the judge and flat out lied about being in compliance. I can assure you, he is not gone, and he's still operating his business up until today in the residential area that I live in. As a matter of fact, his neighbor on the other side of him is now allowing him to park his vehicles there. Are you going to go bring him to court too? The owner of Northern Tree Service feels he is above the law, and I truly believe he will not leave unless he is forced by a higher power, as it is obvious that he has no respect for the town or the county courts. I understand this process to follow. It has been a lengthy, drawn-out ordeal for me. I need the law to apply. I need this to stop for peace of mind and my family's safety. Please help me understand why the town is having a hard time enforcing a simple zoning law. I don't understand this. I just don't. I just want you all to be aware that this is not going away unless you do the right thing, as you good men should, and take him to the Supreme Court where the consequences will be greater than a fine. Because I could surely guarantee you he's not going to pay that fine, or you're going to have a difficult time collecting it. Please put yourself and your family in my shoes. What would you do? What would you tolerate? I am now forced to retain a lawyer I cannot afford because last Friday, Mr. Pezzamente has threatened to shut down my water again. This came 2 days after the charges were dropped, after I got him arrested the first time. So now, I have to take care of this, and I really don't want to deal with this anymore, and I shouldn't have to. I hate where I live. I just, please help my family, the neighbors, the community. You guys got to do something. Something more than what you've been doing. I'm sorry. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, there's no reason to be sorry. I know we've been going through, I think we've all seen the tapes. You sent us the video, DVD, I should say. After the other day, I know you called, I know you spoke to someone in my office. I made some phone calls over to the building department and found out there was I guess there was a 2-week postponement, but as of December 1st is when he is due in court, in town court.
Fine. I believe that's a fine.
Honestly, I don't know if that's their finding or what, but just so everyone in the room does know, originally, I mean, we all know what's going on there, but it was he pleaded to a $1,500 fine and 6 months to remove the trucks and wood and everything else that he's running out of that house. If he did not have everything off there by November 30th, I believe it was that day, I'm not sure. But, I'm sorry? November 3rd, I'm sorry. He would have to pay a total of $10,000. That's why he'll be in court on the 1st. Hopefully, I'd rather him pay the $1,500 because then we know he'll be cleaned up. We're going to get to $10,000, and I won't sit here and make promises or anything else, but we'll do everything we can to make sure that you're not going through this anymore, because it is a disgrace what's going on there next to you. I apologize on behalf of the town.
shutting that down, they're gonna have no water. 2 days after they dropped the charges. They dropped the charges because there was a mistake in the DA's office. They made a mistake.
What charges did they drop?
Criminal mischief. I didn't expect him to go to jail. I expected maybe probation to keep him in line so he wouldn't do anything. But my order of protection goes away on December 12th. I'm not happy about that. The DA's office said we couldn't renew it. I can't. It's crazy. His kids are antagonizing us at this point. His wife chased down somebody who came to my house last Friday when they left. Chased him down like a lunatic all the way into Haverstraw, calling them names, telling them to call the cops. The cops were at my house this Friday. I don't want to bother the cops all the time.
All right, so
No,
let's
but if you do feel the call the cops, that's what they're there.
all right, well, let's say he pays the fine. All right, so what's the fact of the matter is he's still operating in a legal business out of a residential neighborhood. What is our responsibility now to ensure that he moves the trucks? Because you have a harassment issue, and then you also have a zoning issue, which are two very different things. So how do we handle the zoning issue?